All right, we're gonna talk about the most important process of all, lighting the drum smoker. Lighting it is integral to a very successful cook. So for demonstration purposes, we've got our demo model here. This is called Choppy, and you're gonna get all the fine angles today. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fill the charcoal basket 3/4 full of lump charcoal. The next thing you're gonna do is fill your charcoal chimney full. So we have our charcoal basket 3/4 full of charcoal, and we have a charcoal chimney with unlit charcoal. This is the most important step. So what you're gonna do, there's multiple ways to do this. You can throw wax cubes underneath here, tumbleweeds, or use a torch. Sometimes people use newspaper. I use this because it's really, really fast. So what you wanna do is make sure you get these coals nice and red hot. Once you get these nice and red hot, the chimney will start to draw air. Okay, our coals are nice and red hot underneath. So what you wanna do is rest your chimney in a fire safe place or on top of your grill grate. Let this cruise for about 7 to 10 minutes until you start to see flame coming out of the chimney. General indication, there'll be your charcoal start turning gray, almost like the top of Alex's head here. So once you see that and flames coming out, this is a general indication that your charcoal is red hot and lit. Most important part before you dump it into your basket. Okay, while we're waiting for the charcoal chimney to ignite, I just want to go over a couple other ways that people tend to light these drums with. Some people can just light, they have like long arm torches, or they just light a central bit in the charcoal basket. The drum draws air from the external wall, and it's very hard for the air to travel from the external wall into this little bit. So if you're a trained professional, that's fine. People cooking at home who've never cooked on it before, it's a potential mistake to leave your lid open, because the only way for that fire to light is if you leave your lid open and let oxygen flow in there to get that fire in the center of this basket bigger. So we tend to tell people not to do that just because it can be very dangerous. Your drum smoker could turn into a charcoal chimney if you leave your lid open. So don't leave your lid open. It's one of our golden rules. Follow the safe pathway. We've got our charcoal nice and red hot. Again, most important part of the lighting process. You wanna make sure these are nice and red hot so you get an even placement on top of your unlit charcoal. This is gonna help draw the air to the external wall of the drum. When dumping it in, use proper PPE and fully commit to the dump, okay? Don't half dump it, because then you can dump it all around. So if you are dumping it outside of your drum, just be very cautious about where you're dumping it and make sure there's no fuel sources or anything like that, or any potential wreckage. But when you do this, dump it properly and fully commit to the dump. Just like so. We've placed our charcoal basket inside the drum. It's lit. Next thing you want to do is throw your grill grate in. Once your grill grate's in, you want to open up both side pipes all the way. So once you see flames, don't walk away from this at this process as well. This is why we use this process, because it happens very quickly, within minutes. So as soon as you start to feel lots of heat coming up, don't walk away. Shut your lid, have your vent wide open. Just over 250, this is the point where you want to shut in your valves. So we just lock these back in. We call this corner to corner, but it's about halfway. And this way it'll slow the drawdown of air. This will have your drum set to run at 300 degrees Fahrenheit steady. Okay, so we're gonna pop a pork loin on here for demonstration purposes. And I grabbed a couple pieces of plum wood. This is just a general sizing instruction to show you. You can use as many pieces as you want, but again, don't use it as a fuel source, use it as seasoning, kind of like salt and pepper here. So I'm gonna go with this plum wood here today. I'm only gonna use one piece. A lot of the time at home when I'm cooking, I just use charcoal. I just let the charcoal do the talking, and I usually get really good results. And if you're not a smoky flavor type of person, just try it with charcoal. It'll change your life. I just wanted to mention a few things about clean fire and dirty fire. If you have a chimney and then you lit it and you threw it in there too quickly and you think you might have lit it and your drum is bellowing out smoke, that's a good indication that you have a dirty fire. Do not put your meat on. The reason why we light it and make sure those coals are red hot is so that you engage in a clean fire. Right now, I've got a piece of wood in here, and what you want to see is just light smoke coming out. You want to feel the heat as it's coming up. That's a good indication your fire's clean, hot, and ready to go. Another thing to watch for is putting your meat on too early. If you used a torch to light your drum, or you dumped a half chimney that was half lit in there and you got lots of bellowing smoke, and you put your meat on early, the design behind the drum smoker is to use meat juices to baste your meat as they come out too. So if you're getting too much meat juices early on and your drum's not lit properly, a good indication that might be you have a dirty fire going on. So you might be basting your meat with a lot of soot and unwanted flavors. So watch for that as well. Watch for dirty smoke and know when to put your meat on. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. This is no different than any other grill out there. You're just using a charcoal fire and there's nothing to be scared about. This is what we build these drums for, is to take the fear out of charcoal, and they're just as fast as anything else on the market. So explore it, understand it. And the nice thing about this is that you're completely in charge. There's nothing to go wrong. There's no power, no propane, no pellets, no problems. So you can take this camping with your friends. You can have it on your deck. It doesn't matter. You are in charge of the fire and maintaining it, and that's it.